there's so much fallout that I've got sparkles. I'm going to be sparkling more than the candles at the table. Unless I do that. I'm going to sit at the table like this all night, am I? No. Friendsgiving is an appropriate name. Yeah, I want something easy because you know what happens after you eat all that turkey and stuff? You end up getting in your easy chair and nodding off. So you don't want your earring bothering you, and these will be perfect for that. Hello everybody, Julia here from Accessorize Your Life. Thank you for tuning into another video. I am back with the ladies from Kerf that is keeping it real fun, because that's what we do when we come up with themed makeup looks each month. We keep it real fun, down and easy, down and, I don't want to say dirty, but down and fun. How about that? Well, we've got a doozy of a look for you this month because we are taking our favorite Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving dish and getting inspired from it to create a makeup look or an eye look, whatever we want to do. So I thought I would do that with a little twist because I'm going to do my favorite look using mostly NARS products. That's one brand I don't have many items from. Never think to shop from NARS. So what few things I have I'm going to use for this look. I'll have to pull in some other things, of course. This look will basically be a laid back, kind of casual look because you've cooked, I'm imagining, your meal and you watched the Macy Day parade and now you have to rush up and get something thrown on because your family's coming and you just want to look presentable at the dinner table. So I have on a varsity-like shirt, sweater, and I'm just going to do a laid-back Thanksgiving look where it's nothing fancy. You want to look pulled together, but you want to be comfortable as well. So if this is something you'd like to see, I hope you keep watching. But you know what we got to do first? We have to take a look at my friends and see what they've come up with. So let's get to it. Alrighty, so what you see here is a face that's been cleansed, moisturized, and eye cream or serum on. I went ahead and put on my NARS here. This is the NARS Radiant, I think it's a lightweight, pure radiant tinted moisturizer, broad spectrum 35 or 30. And I have it in Marrakesh, and it's a medium deep too. I don't particularly like the way it looks on my skin, but I happen to have a NARS concealer because I really like NARS concealers. They, I feel, are wonderful for mature skin. They don't sink into your lines, and it just went on nicely, and it just gives a coverage some. I still have some darkness showing through, so I still need to go in with another coat, I feel. But I love the way it feels on my skin, and it's non-drying. So that's what's on my skin already. I need to go in with some powder. I do not own a NARS powder, so I'm going to go in with what I pulled from my Shop My Stash for this month, and it's Kosas. I have their powder here, Softly Cloud Set it is. So I'm going to apply that to my face, and then we'll get into my eye look, and we'll come back to finish off my face. Right now I'm struggling to get in it. Always something. In it, got it. Okay, so let's just go in with the same brush I used to apply my tinted moisturizer. This is from Mented Cosmetics. I love this stipple brush. You don't get too much product on you when you use it. So I'm just going to go in and set everything with this. I don't think this is a finishing powder. I also did my brows, what little I did to those, because remember, we're not doing too much. We're just doing enough to look presentable at the dinner table. Okay, I think that's a good amount for right now. I don't want too much in there because I do want to go back with more concealer. As a matter of fact, I think I want to do that right now, but I'm keeping it nice and close. And I think this is in Cafe, but here we are. I'm just putting it up closer this time, And I'm going to go ahead and work it in a little bit, because if not, I think it's not helpful to let it sit there too long. So this is a damp Danessa Myricks sponge here. I love these. I know any sponge pretty much works, but I love the look of these, the color of them. I like that they look like a little doe foot, a little furry or fuzzy. So I'm going to leave it as it is. Now I'm going to go in with the eye primer. I have the Juvia's Place for that. I'm going to do my eyelids, prime those. My eyes are looking rather tired. I did put some eye drops in them. I'm going to set this with, just to work out creases with the little cosas, with what I have on my brush. I don't want to do too much, but I do want it to, not crease on me. Okay, let's go in with the NARS palette. For this palette, you may realize that I pulled it for my Shop My Stash. If you're new here, I do Shop My Stash videos. I do 2 collabs, usually a month. One with this one, like this one, Keeping It Real Fun, and the other one is Beauty Over 40. Shop My Stash is one of my favorite videos to film. I also do Beauty Room Chronicles, where I go through my drawers, bring in new things, talk about those things, and I do a panning video, which is called Wakanda Panning Project, which we're about done with for the year. So back to this. This is in my Shop My Stash for the month, and this is the Extreme Effects palette from NARS. This is a underused palette. I don't hear people talking about NARS products too much, or even their palettes, but I thought to pull it into my Shop My Stash. I love the colors here, and if I haven't told you, which I know I haven't, my favorite dish for Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving is the cranberry sauce. Hear me out. Cranberry sauce is something that is thought of as an afterthought. But one thing is, when you think of cranberry sauce, you don't think of it for using it or eating it any other time of the year but Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving Day. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I right or am I right? So anyhow, my point of view is that I never liked cranberry sauce growing up. It was right out of the can. My mom was a wonderful Southern cook, but one thing she pulled right out of the can, as if it was, and I'm sure she thought of it as an afterthought, is cranberry sauce. It had that cylinder shape. It had those lines or ridges in it from the can. I didn't want any part of it. Why would I? When she was such a great cook, everything else was delicious. Now, I had a sister, I still have her rather, that loved cranberry sauce as a kid, and I just couldn't understand it. So since she loved it so, and she would talk about, oh, don't forget cranberry sauce, I decided one year to look into cranberry sauce and to find a recipe using fresh cranberries. It's as easy as snapping your fingers to make, and it's so delicious because you just take those fresh cranberries, you either boil them, or you don't even have to do that. You can put them in a blender and just crush them up and add other ingredients to it and make like a relish. But I love boiling mine. I love seeing them pop, adding a little bit of sugar to the water and adding a few other key ingredients. So I'm going to leave those, this recipe as a matter of fact, down below. But I'm basing my look off of cranberry sauce, the one I like to have that is not an afterthought, because it is not out of the can. It's freshly made. It's good for you. It's delicious. It's the perfect companion to turkey, any fowl, gravy, mashed potatoes, greens, mac and cheese. It's perfect. And I have found that not only is it perfect as a side to your meal, it can be your sauce or your, if you want, on your sandwich when you're making a turkey sandwich for your leftovers. Also, what we did, because we often have leftover, we put it on top of our pancakes when we have them for breakfast. It's sweet enough without giving you that jump or spike in your sugar levels, and it's very tasty. It's just right. So there's so many other things that you can do with cranberry sauce, and it doesn't have to be an afterthought on the table. Whereas it's always thought of as using for Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving Day. It's not an afterthought. It is a wonderful treat to have alongside your other dishes. So I'm doing a cranberry look. Now, as you see this palette here, it doesn't have a true cranberry color, but I'm going close enough in my opinion. I think this color here is good. And I may be working right in here and right in here for my color. So I may be taking, I think I'm going to take at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 colors out of this palette to do this look. That is a simple look, by the way. So let's get with it. I have kind of like a model that I'm going to try to follow. I'm not going to show it to you because I'm going to be safe rather than sorry. So I'm looking for the first brush I need, and I think it's got to be kind of small. Pulling out some Anastasia Beverly Hills. Yeah, Natasha Denona brushes. These are double-ended brushes that don't get much use. This one's not, but this one is. It Cosmetics, very soft. I've been using it lately, and I really love how soft it feels. I'm going to use my Hourglass brush, maybe. And I have a NYX, I think it's a NYX or e.l.f. brush here, and I have a Trish McEvoy brush. So I pulled out some brushes that I don't use too often, and I'm going to try to make use of those. So let's get busy with the first color. So I was saying that I was trying to find a brush that would be good to, kind of small, tapered at the tip to go in with the first look. And I think I'm going to use this one here. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm going to take this light color here, and it doesn't look too light on the brush, but I'm going to put it right in this area. And I want to bring my mirror up really close because I want to see what this is looking like. So I'm just going up here with this right in that crease area. And I'm kind of feeling like I need to feather it out some with the other end of the brush now that I have it in place. This side maybe has a little more. This has always been a difficult area for me to get shadow in because I don't want it on the lash line, the brow line rather. I want it in that little concavity where the orbit of, the eyeball sits there. And I oftentimes get it up too high. So I'm going to go in with this brush and try to take some away. Alrighty, now that that's there very lightly, I'm going to go in with a deep color, and I think it's going to be, this has a little bit of sheen to it, I feel. Maybe not, it's dark. I definitely know the black does, but I'm going to first go in with this color here. I think it might I'm going to mix them, these two. Closest to cranberry that I can get. So that's what's next. Not enough. And if you've been following me, you know that I have very hooded eyelids, and I like to have them recede as much as possible by using a deeper color there in the back. This black may not do me any justice because it has shimmer in it. That's what it looks like. Let me see on my hand. Not too bad. I think if I just try to work it out. So I kind of need a pencil brush, and I'm going to use this one. I think it is NYX, or is it e.l.f.? Maybe it's e.l.f. But anyway, I'm going to go into that black and roll the brush around in it. And if I had a natural, if I didn't have hooded eyes and I had a natural crease, I could kind of put it here. But I don't. It's all flopped over, so I kind of have to go here, but it's going to make my eyes look more closed in. So I'm not sure I should do, I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to start here, so I'm going to bring this over here, and then I'm going to bring it up a bit. And I do see a little bit of that shimmer. And now what I want to do is take a clean kind of small brush first and work it out. And from that, I can work it over some and kind of gauge where I want it to sit. But let me do the other eye real quick. Roll that pencil brush in the black. Get kind of like a, and I'm getting a little fallout with the pencil brush. Now that I have it in, I'm going to try to work it out. Often it's difficult to replicate what I did on one eye for the other eye. As you can see, this one is deeper, heavier than this one. I tend to be more heavy-handed on this side. So I'm going to have to work on the other side. But it isn't bad. I just need a little bit more over here, dabbing the brush in. This is more defined on this side, but I'm going to leave it before I do damage. And now what I want to do is take some of the this is the NYX glitter glue, and tap some of that on my eyelid. Actually, first I'm going to put it on my hand, warm it up, work on some of that, and then I'm going to go in with, this picture doesn't do that, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to go in with this lighter shade here that is a shimmer. It's right on the bottom here. Looks brown from here, but it's not. With that same brush so that it sticks. My eyelash, my lids are sticking. Putting that in. Right there. And right there. Now that is enough of that. Now I need to go in with another color. I want a deeper color, so I'm going in with that darker color that's a matte right here, and I'm going to work that out. But I definitely needed that lighter color just to brighten up the look, the sparkly color. And the thing about the NARS formula here, it's perfect for mature eyelids. It's not, it's more of a shimmer than a glitter, so it doesn't, you don't get a lot of fallout of the shimmery colors. And I did get some fallout of the black there. And as you can see, my hooded eyelid is falling over. The color over itself, and the color is looking kind of funky. But I'm working it out. And I did this a little different by going in with the shimmer before I went in with the main lid color. So the shimmer is more of the inner corner color. Definitely darker over here. Now I just need to blend, blend, blend and make it all work together. And for that, I think I can use, I found a clean brush. A little darker than I would like, but it's okay. And oddly enough, that black is working its way right into where I want it to be. Right in there, that otherwise I would have had trouble putting it in because of my hooded eyes. But now that I put it on the outside, I can work it. It looks like right down into that area. So yeah. Guys, you gotta tell me your favorite Friendsgiving or Thanksgiving dish. Leave it down below in the comment section. I'd love to know. Although I love every dish that's on the table, it's something about the cranberry sauce, now that I found my own special way of making it, that I really like. And my forehead is looking really light, so I need to, yeah, this NARS is not working too well for this look. It's kind of bleeding through and looking ghostly or casket ready. I think I'm looking right in here and here. Tell me if you see it. I won't be using it again, I don't think. Not liking it. Okay. Let me look a little closer and see. And my look isn't quite coming out the way I had envisioned it, but I wore these colors to work the other day, except for the black, of course. And I rather liked it. I've worn it, this palette, I've used it twice since I pulled it, and I've liked the look, so I thought, why not use it for today's look? But this is a little more dramatic and with the black more so than anything else, any other look I've created. So this is what it's coming out like. What I think I'm going to do is use this It brush and take this lighter color right here, work it out right there and right here. But I like it. So far, yeah, I like it. Now, that's NARS. Let me see what else. Is there anything else I'm going to use in this palette? I think I might. But let's see what I have here from NARS. I have a few more NARS products. This one here is the high... Get some glasses on first. It's the High Pigment Longwear Eyeliner. That's what I want next. And it's like a sample size that came to me with a purchase of something else, and it's in black. And does it go up? That's the thing with these sample sizes, you get what you get, so they only want you to just experience the product. So I'm going to work this right here, my lash line. I think I'm going to warm my face up with the Natasha Denona contour. That may help some. Go in pretty heavy. I'm using the same brush, or should I? Let's go ahead. Yeah, you can see it's deepening that up. That's what I want. Trying to fix that skin tint. NARS has good foundations. I don't think I have the right color for myself in this skin tint, and so I'm not blaming the product. I picked it out. So, and we're not contouring the nose or anything today, but I do have some NARS blushes. Everybody has Orgasm, but I have one that's about to the lid is about to break off, or it's broken off. I think it's Outlaw, but to be sure, yes, it is Outlaw. It is not the color that I really want to use today. Try not to, well, mirror's coming off anyway. Like I said, it's broken. Had it a while. But this is Outlaw. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use the NARS Outlaw here because it's closer. It's more in the berry family. And what is a cranberry if it's not a berry, right? It's a tart berry. People don't like to use the fresh berries too much in their foods, but they'll use a dry cranberry, as I do, like in my yogurt and oatmeal. I'll use a blend. Yeah, this is perfect. And I'm taking that blush up high, aren't I? I have two other NARS products. I'm going to use, though, what I have here is the Pat McGrath. I think this is her Ground Control liner for my lips. Work that in some. Remind me to pick up one. This is one NARS color I have. Look at that. It's kind of a neutral. I was going to use my Shop My Stash look items. This is more in the mauve family. Pretty light. But on top of that, I have this NARS color that is just a wash of color. Looks deep, it looks rich, but it's not. It's not. Watch. Yeah, it gets a little color. I'll show it to you on my hand. Right there. Right there. It's pretty. I think if I... I see it now. So yeah, I had more NARS products than I actually thought I had. And then for finishing up the eyes, and but before I do that, I want to work on the cheeks. I'm going to pull from this palette here for my highlighter for my cheeks. So I think I'm going to go with either this color, which is too deep, this one, which is good. I think this one right here. Just to bring a little light to the table. You know, I use candles at my table and the flickering light, and then to see the highlight is always nice, in my opinion. I love thinking about the table when I'm applying my makeup. You don't want it to be too much, and especially at this time of the year, you want the food to be on everybody's mind and thoughts. You want the food to get the compliments and everything. But this is just a quick look to help make you feel better at the table. Definitely see more black on this eyelid than I see on here. I had to build this one up and now it's more than the other one. So let's go back in, put a little bit more right here. It's not happening too much, so I'm just going to leave that part alone. But what I want to do is go in with a little color, and I think we're going to be pretty much done. I want to see this lighter color right in here. Not lighter, but lighter than the black. Or that cranberry color right in here. Okay. And then a little more cranberry so that it doesn't wash me out, make me look sick. Right there. Now we're going to go in with powder again. And for the, I don't know what this Kosas is supposed to be. Let me check real quick. Is it a finishing powder or a setting powder? This is a cloud, so it's a setting powder. It says Cloud Set. My Huda Beauty or Huda Beauty in Kanafa. It's very lightweight. I'm going to go in with the Kosas again. I'm going to use this big hourglass fluffy brush. Just go in over my face. Oh, go back under my eye. Yeah, I'm liking it fine. Yeah, it's not what I intended. I tend to have more of the berry showing, but I think you'll see it when, you know, my head turns and everything. It lifts up and down. Give an element of surprise there. A natural, neutral look to the lips, but a more intense look at the eyes. I think that's fine. So this is the look. Let me spray my face. Very simple. Cranberries, my favorite to make at Thanksgiving. Don't forget to tune in and watch the lovely ladies. You know, I'm leaving their channels as always listed below, so you can just hop right over, press a finger, and you're right there. And you can see their inspiration from their favorite Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving dish as well. Again, let me know down in the comments what your favorite dish is for Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving, and yeah, here's my look again. I love this look in here, and I love how the complexion was brought to life, and now I don't look so casket ready. Bye-bye. I'll see you in the next one.